I just wasn't talking because of the cutscene. I have a habit of not talking in cutscenes and stuff. Oh yeah, the crafting. Wait, there are 3 points. I should address them in order. So the last level of Exodus, like, it's a bit weird because of the wisp thingy, you know, the bright light where you cannot stand in. Like that already hinted at there will be more phantasms around, and so the librarian there, yeah, they are a different breed, but my problem is that everything in Metro didn't always needed fighting, especially librarians. Like, even now, after I have played those games 20 times besides Exodus, I've played that maybe 5, but every time I'm in the library in 2033 and I'm in front of one of those librarians, there's an aura, an atmosphere, an oomph to their presence that is nearly completely gone. Like, sure, if you just sneak by them, they have a hint of that presence, that you don't want to fuck with them, but at the end of the day, it's basically mind horror. It's like, as long as my mind cannot make a connection to the mystery or the problem at hand, there is my mind gets teased, stays interested. But the moment I find out how easily they are dealt with, why would I ever go this sneaky way, you know? Like someone once said, if you give your player the option of pressing just A to win the game, like, why would he ever try the combos in the game? And that is why the last levels of Exodus fail. Also, there's a second problem, and also why I give them a little bit the benefit of a doubt, because I watched some video essays, and what they had in common is that the studio in of itself ran out of money quite quickly, actually. So only the first stage, the Volga, was actually a Metro Exodus map. After the Volga, they had maybe even the Cannibalist level. After that, their quality control had to be massively cut down. You can really feel it. Like, even so, in every game, you pick up random stuff. Each bullet always felt worth it in a Metro game, and even in Exodus that is also the case. But in 2033 and Last Light, I never got bored of picking stuff up. But the forest, and not the forest, the desert level, man, sure, it needed to be a big open vast map, but then they give you this clunky car to traverse it. No, it wasn't even fun. And then they bring the car back into the other Russian city in the last level. Like, there at least it makes somewhat sense. For more exposition, you had the story, the feeling of being in a story again. And so we come back to the third point. Metro Exodus is a good game. I just don't see it as a Metro game. Yeah, like, that's what you can really see in all of the games, even in the worst one, Exodus. Like, when they had the time and money to spend on detail, you can feel it. Like, at the start and at the end of every level, you could feel the love and attention to detail for everything. Ne? Even the desert level, like when you get into the Baron's fortress and you see how they treat the slaves, how even the atmosphere in the whorehouse is completely different than everything you have experienced out in the world. I don't know how to exactly pinpoint this location. There are two things. Do I still have the VODs on my PC? There are 2 points on the map of Exodus that I would call a boat. But the one where they the one that I don't mean is the big one, the container ship. The boat I want to talk about is more on the left side middle of the map. It's more like a checkpoint. And that is the first time on the desert map where you are supposed to feel the gruesomeness of the situation, where the slaves are literally getting treated less than human. They are supposed to work something, they are supposed to be exposable warriors, but you don't see what they are actually doing. So when every time I'm done with that checkpoint, I'm wondering of what was I even doing here besides picking up resources. So that is always a bit disappointing, and that is what that desert map is doing badly. Like, there are these checkpoints, but they really feel like sections. Like, but I don't want to bash it too much, because I really like the spider section, you know, where you go down the satellite station and you suddenly are faced with spiders again, you know. And of course I have already learned the way of really easily solving it. Like, at the start of every desert level I craft 60 ammunition of the burning TK munition, and that's all the burning munition I need for the entire stage. But that could probably need more spiders in, or a value in the background that always 4 or 3 spiders need to be on the map. Sorry, I run out of air really fast when I talk so much. But yeah, there in that section, the urgency really gets thrown out of the window if you use the Molotov munition for the TK, which is a bit funny if you think about it. But that is the thing where if they had a little bit more time, it would have been way more cleaner, you know? Yeah. The only reason I don't use them all the game is they're expensive. And I suck, so I need more medpacks. Yeah. But as much as I hate on Exodus, that also should show how much I love that game. Because it's a good game. It's just not a Metro game. And something I really should put work into a video is how much RTX has disappointed me as a whole experience. Because even after having it played for 5 times and then playing it again recently, RTX is really hurting that game. Exodus was one of the first games, like, it was the banner game for the RTX tech. Like, everywhere in the trailers from Nvidia were made for Exodus. But each time you would talk to an NPC, like especially Miller's helmet was shiny. It was just a piece of plastic. Her hair looks so awful. So awful. and on a graphical level, the Ultra and Extreme in that game do nothing. On my YouTube, that is my VOD archive, gotta be real. Like, I don't talk normally this much in games, but now I'm in ranting mode, so I gotta use it, that energy, you know. There is... I recently created a playlist called Snowy Talks, where I want to gather all the parts where I actually talk about game mechanics in every game. And if you get to it, you find the part for Snowy Talks about RTX. You will find the scenario of the forest map at the very start, where I also play around a little bit with the options, and I go more in depth as to why I dislike RTX in tech. But on the other side, the reason why I think RTX is not that important for a game is the video from Linus Tech Tips, where they experimented with their staff, you know, who would easily spot it and who wouldn't, and it didn't make that much of a difference for people that were less tech experienced, you know. And then the question becomes, if a casual cannot even tell the difference in modern games between RTX and fake light, why does RTX justify the heavy load on top of your graphics card, you know? If you just switch off RTX and still have everything on high and ultra, it's way like, it's way better for the experience for me as a player, since I get more frames and stuff. But other than that, yeah.
What were you doing out here anyway?
I should really reel it back in and get back to Deus Ex Human Revolution, I think. Because now I want to talk about graphics card and why the fuck are they so expensive, you know? But I want a game. I want a game as well. Yes. Like, it's so cool that you